Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video in our responsible gambling series produced right here at WSN.com. Today we're talking about underage gambling. We're going to cover why it's illegal and what kind of measures are in place to protect anyone trying to gamble underage. In the United States, the legal gambling age varies from state to state. Generally speaking, you need to be at least 21 to play casino games or bet on sports. Bingo and lottery games tend to have a lower legal age of 18. And of course, it's worth remembering that every state has different laws for whether casinos, sports betting, and online gambling are even legal in the first place. Check out WSN.com for a list of the legal gambling ages in every state. The statistics paint a clear picture around underage gambling. The National Council on Problem Gambling has found that around 5% of all Americans are at least at risk of a gambling problem. According to the International Center for Youth Gambling Problems and High-Risk Behaviors, between 60 and 80% of high schoolers say they've gambled for money. They believe up to 6% could be addicted. It's not just the US either. A survey conducted by the Canadian Partnership for Responsible Gambling found that 10% of Canadian teens reported gambling online in the previous 3 months. All the data points to the same conclusion. Children are vulnerable to problem gambling and need to be protected. Wherever you are located, if you're caught gambling underage, there will be legal consequences. If you're discovered in a brick-and-mortar casino, you'll be escorted off the premises by security guards and handed over to the police. Every state has different laws. In New Jersey, for instance, you can receive fines of up to $1,000 and it will be part of your criminal record. Online, if you're discovered to be underage, it's more likely that you'll just have your account shut down and your money forfeited. But more serious consequences are still possible. Kids these days are growing up more technologically literate than ever. At the same time, gambling has become more accessible than ever, thanks to smartphones and other technology. This combination has created new ways for underage people to gamble. Underage gamblers tend to be drawn to easy-to-understand games that offer quick wins. Let's look at some of the games and activities that are most popular with children and teenagers. Social casino games are free-to-play games that are very similar to traditional real money casinos. They include games like slots, roulette, and blackjack. Even though you don't play for real money, these sites encourage users to make in-app purchases to get extra coins or keep playing for longer. Although these sites may have a minimum age requirement, they can be more lax about letting all kinds of users sign up compared with regulated real money sites. Daily fantasy sports are popular among young sports fans. It involves creating a fantasy roster of players and competing against other DFS players. DFS is widely available in the US and usually comes with a younger legal age than sports betting. Skin betting involves using virtual items from a video game, such as weapon skins, as a kind of currency to gamble online. It's sort of a loophole and has become very popular with underage gamblers in the esports community. Many online casinos let you play their games for free in demo mode without signing up for an account. This acts as a gateway for young people, leading them on a path to real money gambling or to lying about their age. With all types of online gambling, the most important safeguard for underage players is called Know Your Customer. KYC means that gambling sites are legally required to verify the identity and age of their customers. It includes checking personal data like your passport or driver's license. Responsible gambling measures like offering deposit limits, monitoring erratic betting patterns, and offering self-exclusion are also very important. While having these policies in place protects everyone, not just underage gamblers, monitoring the well-being of players in general helps to uncover vulnerable young people who have managed to access adult gambling sites. From a parent's perspective, utilizing parental controls and filters on internet use is very important. Allowing children unsupervised access to the internet gives them more chances to find ways to gamble. State legislatures are responsible for the well-being of all the players in their state, and that includes illegal underage gamblers. Verifying the age of players is part of the deal, and if sites aren't doing it properly, they can get fines or lose their gambling license. Transparency and education are also important. Legislatures also have a moral obligation to educate young people about the risks associated with gambling and the fact that they are breaking the law if they do it. Licensed casinos and sportsbooks can be required to provide educational materials and resources to schools to teach young people about how gambling works and how to identify the signs of addiction. If sportsbooks and casinos aren't fulfilling their end of the bargain, they won't be allowed to continue. It's that simple. By working together, legislators, educators, casinos, and sportsbooks can help prevent underage gambling. All the measures we've talked about so far are enforced by state legislators in regulated markets. They pretty much go out the window in gray or offshore markets. With no regulatory oversight, betting sites are free to do as they please. Underage players may find it much easier to sign up and gamble undetected, with no policies in place to protect them. It's yet another reason why you should only gamble at legal sites. Online or offline, licensed gambling operators have the same responsibilities to prevent underage gambling. Online, it's about taking steps to identify when underage people try to access their sites and providing tools and resources to encourage responsible gambling and protect underage bettors. With in-person casinos and sports books, it's about employing well-trained security staff, educating employees and potential customers on the dangers of underage gambling, and working with local law enforcement and schools. The gambling industry is at its healthiest when all of these stakeholders, in-person casinos and sportsbooks, gambling sites, regulators, educators, and law enforcement, all work together to protect its players, including underage ones. That's all for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to head over to WSN.com for more on our responsible gambling series.